Hi guys, thanks for coming back. Today we're going to be playing a political marriage. It's a demo. Now the developer is, I'm assuming, Leah, if you look at the itch.io feed. Uh, and this game is supposed to be more of a political take, a strategic take, I think, about political marriage instead of kind of, you know, making political marriage the bad guy of the situation. So I was really interested because one of my favorite books is actually written by a woman who sees political marriage as just another way to basically get ahead. It's one of the tools in her toolboxes. And I thought that was really interesting. So here's the description. Play as one of two princesses with choice of pronouns, and use all your cunning, pig-headedness, and moxie to bring about the end of the war and the beginning of your marriage. Currently only tested for Chrome. The final release is going to be an Electron app, and it looks like the full release is going to be coming in 2020. It's built in Twine, and the custom visual novel system will be released with the full game. So I'm really interested in that. It sounds really cool. Leah, or I assume LC3, seems like they've got it down. And honestly, anything that lets you choose your own pronouns is something that I am highly interested in. So without further ado, let's get started. So now that I've got OBS set up to actually grab this, oh, it's got a debug bar. That's really nice. Very nice. So the first screen pops up with this. I don't believe there's any audio. I don't hear anything. The first screen is choose your princess. So we can either choose the princess from the Domain of Angels or the princess from Stormgulf. Stormgulf is home to a charming princess with her heart in the right place and her brain sometimes elsewhere. The Domain of Angels, home to a daring princess. This princess will be playable in the final release. Oh, so we can't... Oh, darn, we can't play the Domain of Angels now. Okay. Well, I suppose we're going with Stormgulf. The default name is Callison. You can also name your opposite. The default is Cherish. Oh, cute. Okay, this is adorable. I really like this. Also, can I just say, I'm a big fan of this kind of background. I really like it. It kind of reminds me of book illustration, children's book illustration specifically, but also kind of the looser patterns that you could find in a lot of magazines in the 90s. I don't know. I really like it. So I'm going to go with they, them pronouns. Callison is a beautiful name. Your parents couldn't have done better. Start. If war has taught you one thing, it's that two things happen quickly. The first is death. The second is love. If we don't fight, thousands will die from famine. So 1 million die to prevent it. But there's actually a third thing that changes too quickly. Your parents' approval. Right now, it's your 19th birthday, and the world's eyes are on you because it just so happens to be the first attempted peace summit of the war between Stormgulf and the Domain of the Angels. Maybe it's a test from your parents. Maybe it's a gift and a show of faith. Realistically, though, it's a disaster. You! You point dramatically at the king of the Domain of Angels. And you! You point at your mother, the Queen of Stormgulf. Just stop fighting! They don't give you the opportunity to recite the rest of your planned speech, though, which had included other zingers as, "Can't we just talk this out?" and "You should be ashamed of yourself," with an admonishing finger waggle perfected in front of the mirror. You are thrown out of the summit, and 30 minutes later, your parents storm out, too. How'd it go? I don't know why we even showed up. Because you want peace? They don't. You had been leaning against the wall, playing Bejeweled on your phone, and so close to a new high score. But out of nowhere, you ran out of moves, and on principle, you refused to watch ads for the extra lives. It was unethical. So you flip your phone closed with a frustration equal to your parents and walk to the carriage with them. The horses whinny with the same uppity exasperation as your parents as you get into the carriage. You try to chase another high score, but it just isn't happening. What if we just stopped? Don't be naive, they'd just kill us all. And you're not getting war room privileges back until you learn some tact. What was there to learn? You spent the next whole year in books and in studies in an exasperated slouch in the armchair near the castle's best window, playing your latest favorite phone game, Picross, trying to come up with a different argument than just stop. Murder is bad. But there isn't one, right? One morning over breakfast, your mom tries to explain how she sees these intricacies of the world. It's about give and take. We'll both lose something, we'll both have to give something. We just have to be sure that we don't want what we lose and we need what we get. Simple. Dad, the Queen's consort, waves a spoonful of oatmeal at you. If you're ready to just listen this year, I think you might be able to attend again. You begin to open your mouth to say that you are, then you think better of it. I'm nodding wordlessly, but nothing is happening. So, now you're 20 and finally back at the Peace Summit for a chance at redemption. Of course, on the way there, one of the horses has broken a wheel. So by the time you're at the actual summit, catastrophe is struck and your phone is out of battery with absolutely nowhere to plug it in these old stuffy tents. While you're craning your neck around in search of an extension cord or something, Mom just jerks her to the side and mouths, "Wait. The plan this time is that if you behave, you're going to get to give a nice pre-approved speech at the end, pleading the angelic delegation to consider the prospect of peace," or something like that. The words have kinda left your mind. Because while you were lounging off to the side, staring at the 1% battery you might need in case you get lost and have to use Gorgon maps, another woman sinks in moodily beside you. She squints at your phone screen for the half second you flicked it on, and then reaches deep into the ruffles of her skirts. Oh, you could get lost in those ruffles. You, by contrast, aren't so much ruffled as caged by your clothes. Your dress's skirt, made from a baby dragon's rib cage, blackened, bleached, and then colored a nice bubblegum pink. It almost looks like she does get lost, but after almost 45 seconds of, and just one sec, her hand finally reappears triumphantly with a power brick. She offers it to you. Try to take it smoothly, or just take the dang thing. Okay, I will say, you probably don't want to show all of the answers. Okay, I'm not going to read this. I'm just going to choose what I think I should choose. I'm going to try to be smooth about it. You try to take the charger smoothly, flicking a finger out to grab the cable and pull it in back towards you. If successful, you think it would be quite an impressive move. But you misjudge the strength, trajectory, and grip, so instead of the brick of the charger jumping into your hand, it smacks your fingers. You curse, and it drops to the floor. You quickly stoop down to get it and plug the stupid thing in. After a few seconds of fumbling, though, the charge isn't seeming to take. She holds out her hand again, seeming to ask, "Mind if I try?" "Pride be damned, hand it over." She takes the phone from your hand, fingers brushing yours. "I think the pins are shitty. Sorry." Then she reaches once more into her skirts and returns with a scrunchie, which her close-cropped hair surely can't need, that she wraps around the charging cable and the phone. "Oh, perfect." I consider myself a technologist. Is it rude if I ask what else you've got under there? Not at all. She reaches back into the ruffles and pulls out 2 flasks. If you like. Thanks. These summits go on forever, huh? Depends on the year. You take a sip from your flask. It's, alcohol, all right. Though you won't say it here and now, you're definitely an expert. There's also tampons, small knives, antidotes to commonly used poisons. Ha! Let me know if you need anything. You're the Stormgulf princess, right? Yes, Princess Callison. I assume you're an angel? She laughs, and you just, more than anything, want to keep her laughing. Princess Cherish. She holds out a hand with mock daintiness. It has some very thick scars on it. Charmed. Charmed. You stoop to kiss her hand and play over it with your lips. Ah, it tickles. Sadly, the commotion, and maybe in part the flasks, draws the ire of both of your parents. They were deep into the paint over, you don't know, pillaged villages or something similarly alliterative that I can't say. But not enough to skip asking the two of you to step outside. Accept your exile with dignity. Outside the tent, you put your head in your hands. Not again. Cherish raised an eyebrow. Same as last year? You tried, though, didn't you? To impress the futility of war, your speech was compelling. At least the parts you got to say was. It's a good message. Coming together, unity. I mean, it can't be that hard, right? We're doing it. Right? She smiles and takes another sip from the flask. We are. Then she takes a step in front of you. The tent canvas is behind you, taut enough to support your casual weight against it. When she adds the weight of her hand behind your head, though, it groans. I don't want more people to die. Neither do I. Well, we seem to have this whole thing solved. Shall we go back inside and tell them? I think we'll just get thrown out. We're not really. You gesture vaguely. Anything. What we need is a real bond between our kingdoms. She nods. The fabric of the tent groans louder as she leans in closer to you, and you press further into it. A political bond, specifically. Her tone of voice is conversational. The feeling of her breath on your cheeks promises a conversation's end. Naturally. I've been told I'm not particularly desirable marriage material, though. She moves her face closer to yours. It's not a matter of, wanting to or not. It's a matter of a life and death, duty, even. Duty. The word is kissed into your ear. Duty. You breathe it into her short hair. Honor. She puts a hand on your dragon bony hip. Honor. Your fingers tense against the tent. And in the end, she whispers it into your neck. It's just a civil affair. Political marriage. You might have said it, might not. It was lost as her mouth presses hard against yours and the sudden ripping of the canvas that sends you two tumbling back into the peace summit. Repress the parental disappointment that follows. It's been a week now since that disastrous peace summit, and it's still hard to sleep. Your parents' hard eyes still haunt your dreams. So by the time your alarm goes off today, you're wide awake. Your phone mimics the sound of the rooster outside, slowly growing in volume until you groan and slap it off. When sleep is no longer in your eyes, you can see you've received a text, which is amazing. The only other people with phones in the whole kingdom are your parents and, some friends you bothered your parents to outfit, and it's not like they would text you now. Open your phone. Ooh! Oh, this is cute. Morning. So we have no battery as usual. Oh, cute. We can save. Okay, so this is the save mechanic. Let's see what our to-do list does. Show is go. Mission codename Jack's Attack. Ass Nation. Plan the wedding. What? Show is go. The Knees Bar is down in the city. Been forever since you saw Auntie. Mission code name, Jack's Attack. Pretending to like men for a minute will be worth it, okay? It's in the name of a greater love. Jax's place is in the forest. Assassination. Head to the library and research some obscure law to see how you can take the Baron of Burger down. Plan the wedding. You've got to find out... Planned your parents' wedding. Who planned, I assume? Probably best to ask them over a meal, since you're not allowed in the war room anymore. Jackson. Ooh. If you can't meet, I'll just tell you over text. Tell me what? Jackson Bastardson. Well, okay, I'm breaking up with you. Oh, can I ask why? My parents hate you and I'm gay. Well, I knew that. That my parents hate you or that I'm gay? Oh, you know. Both. The answer is both. Cherish. Dear Callison, I'm so glad I finally found your number. I was beginning to lose hope, and I could not send to you by courier. I think it's because your parents will... I think it's because your parents kill most of them? I just wanted you to know I was serious. We should end this war, and what we rule in the end, we should rule it together. I'm willing to talk to my parents about it today. If you feel the same, let me know, Cherish. Dad. Hello, Callison. I will be out of town for a few days. Please water the plants. Okay. Your mother and I will be home this evening. Okay. Tomorrow. Huh? Huh? What tomorrow does that mean? Mom. Dinner. Dinner is ready. Calm down. Coming. Dinner. So your mom only really texts you to let you know when dinner is. Okay. So I'm not entirely sure where we should go next. So can I click out? Well, this is clickable, evidently. What else do I do? So I know I need to go talk to my parents over a meal, head to the library. The knee bar. Help. Be gay, do crimes. Okay, they don't exist yet. Good luck. I'm not sure if this is it. Oh. Well, okay. I guess this got me out of the phone. And another day, another morning, wishing you never ever had to get out of bed. Your bedroom is nice, cozy, and absolutely covered in posters for a million EDM dance group. ENT? Dance groups? Okay. Light streams into the castle corridors from murder holes and French windows. A brown cat saunters past you down the hallways well above your blown kisses. So let's go to the library first and see if we can find those rules. You enter the library and the first thing you feel is exhaustion. Your parents hold you up in here for like a million hours throughout your entire life, digging through book after book after book until you've read at least 10 or 20 books. Just the sight of towering shelves and varnished plywood tables feel like, you assume, war flashbacks. Not that you would know. Let's see. Let's see what's in the... No, nothing's in the old dining room. Dang. Let's see. We're not allowed in the ward room. I'm very curious on what will happen if I try to get in there. You pull on one of your everyday dresses, all denim fabric, as quick as you can, and you're still late. Fuck. You are fearless, though, so you knock at the door anyway. As you wait for a response, you crane your neck around. There hadn't been time on the way over to check, but you swear someone had been following the whole way from your room to the war room, just out of the corner of your eye. No one's there, though. A few seconds of neck craning later, your mom appears cracks open the door. She takes one look at you before shaking her head. Not today. Why? The only way I'm gonna learn anymore is by being around you guys, not books, not tutors, not... You gesture vaguely at the walls. Whatever else. It seems the only way she knows how to respond is that disappointed head shake. We need a break sometimes too, Callison. Right now, you... Even if you knew everything you possibly needed to know, we know it too. And it's not the knowing that's important right now, it's the doing. Are you saying I can do nothing? We are saying you're just a princess. I'm pulling every political and martial string I can, and we're still here 2 years later. She starts closing the door. If you want to help, you can let us think. And you can be ready for when you do have things you can do. She goes to close the door the rest of the way, but you catch it. She rolls her eyes. Callison, you don't think I have things I can do now? We really can't have this conversation right now. Yes, we can. By the way, I apologize for this horrible accent, but it's fun. I'm currently in talks with the Angelic Princess. I'm only helpless when you give me nothing to help with. I'm currently in talks. Mom just blinks at you for a second. Excuse me. With Cherish? We've been in, talks since the Peace Summit. The two of us met, remember? And then you wiggle your phone at her, too. We text. After a few more seconds of blinking, she just puts up a defeated hand. Okay, see what you can do, I guess. She starts to close the door again. Definitely for real this time. Wait! We'll talk about it in a few days. Then the door's fully closed, and you have to take that as the best you'll get. Move on.